Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's mostly just talking big. You'll notice he gets very excited and makes grand promises about his future, but he often struggles to put in the steady effort needed for real success. He may switch jobs or lose interest quickly, especially when work gets boring or challenging.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he tends to react strongly. If a project fails or he's criticized, you may see him get angry, snap at others, or blame outside causes. Be prepared for sudden arguments or restless energy rather than gentle problem solving.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's often in the middle of arguments or clashes at work. Because he speaks his mind without much care for feelings, some people find him difficult or even rude. Even though he cares deeply about some issues, his way of showing it tends to cause friction and sudden flare ups.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He will most likely be proud of you and show his excitement loudly. Expect him to cheer you on and maybe even make a big deal about your achievements in front of others. He's not the jealous type. Your success adds energy to his life rather than making him feel small.
What if you start earning more than him?
He won't secretly resent you or feel jealous if you earn more than him. Instead, he's likely to brag about your achievements and feel genuinely happy for you. Expect him to celebrate your wins and maybe even joke about it in front of others.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He tends to spend without thinking. Saving and planning aren't his strengths, so he might buy things impulsively or splash out on fun rather than worry about the future. When he's in a good mood, he could treat everyone or buy something flashy without checking if it's smart or needed.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's more likely to pretend to be richer than he really is. He enjoys showing off now and then and might spend beyond his means to keep up appearances or impress others. If you're practical about life, you'll notice these signs quickly.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is open handed and kind, especially when it comes to sharing and helping others. He likes to treat people generously, whether it's gifts, meals, or helping when someone is in trouble. His kindness is warm and enthusiastic, making those around him feel special.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's quite open about money and not secretive or controlling. You'll find that he doesn't hide what he earns or what he spends. He'll talk about money matters freely, sometimes even in a casual or joking way. You won't have to worry about hidden bank accounts or silent grudges.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes housework should be shared rather than just your job. He's not the type to sit back and expect you to do everything. Even if he's not very organized or neat, he'll pitch in with energy and good intentions.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He'll actually lend a hand with chores and diapers, not just stand by and watch. He's enthusiastic and likes jumping into tasks, even if he sometimes makes a mess or doesn't do things perfectly. Sometimes you might need to show him the right way, but he's happy to be part of the team.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He tends to argue to prove he's right rather than quietly listen to your side. When you bring up a problem, he might quickly jump in with his own view, raise his voice, or push back rather than calmly try to understand how you feel. He likes to stand his ground, especially if he believes strongly in something.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can say hurtful things or act aggressive. His temper gets hot quickly, and he may yell, use sharp words, or slam doors to show his feelings. Respect often takes a backseat in these moments, and you might feel shaken or upset by his outbursts.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry very quickly, and this is definitely something you should not ignore. Fast tempers can lead to shouting, harsh words, or even sudden aggressive actions, making home life stressful and unpredictable. It's important to think about how this would affect your peace and happiness in the long run.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He struggles to say sorry and take responsibility when things go wrong. More often, he will blame you or point out your mistakes rather than look at his own actions. If you try to talk about a problem, he may turn it around and insist that you're at fault.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He might not always respect your boundaries, and understanding that no means no could be difficult for him at times. When he wants something or is excited, he can push hard and argue instead of backing off right away. He's not quick to back down, and sometimes he may ignore your feelings in the heat of the moment.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He might react with frustration, sudden anger, or even argue about why you're saying no. Instead of quietly accepting your feelings, he could make you feel guilty or misunderstood.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You may not be able to fully trust him to handle private moments with care. Because he gets upset quickly and wants to win arguments, there's a risk that he might bring up personal things or use private details to make a point or embarrass you when he's angry. In a healthy relationship, respect for privacy and trust is very important.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's easily distracted by other women rather than strongly faithful. His lively and bold nature means he enjoys attention and excitement, including from people outside the relationship. While he isn't secretive about these things, it can still hurt your trust and sense of safety.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he can be overpossessive, showing signs of jealousy, being controlling, or acting suspicious. If you talk to other men or spend time away from him, he may get upset quickly and question your actions. He might want to know where you are, check up on you often, or argue if you don't answer him right away.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, for him, what looks like being protective is actually a sign of a controlling personality. Instead of caring for you in a gentle way, he might keep track of your actions, question your choices, or make decisions for you without asking. Be honest with yourself. If his care feels more like control, that's a red flag you shouldn't ignore.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and won't expect you to do most of the work alone. He's willing to jump in and help, especially with energetic or fun tasks like playing, outings, or teaching new things. Sometimes he might be less organized or forgetful about routines, but he doesn't think parenting is just your job.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. His emotions can flare up quickly, leading to yelling or sharp words instead of gentle problem solving. It's important to be aware that kids need patience and understanding, especially when things go wrong.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will support your role as a mother and your own person, celebrating your strengths and achievements. He enjoys your excitement and ideas, and he won't try to keep you in a box just because you're a mother. He's more likely to cheer you on, talk proudly about you, and encourage you to keep chasing your dreams.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will support your career now only to ask you to quit after you have a child. He genuinely enjoys seeing you succeed and feels proud when you do well, even after starting a family. You can expect his encouragement to stay steady, as he's not looking to take away your dreams once kids arrive.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with real warmth, not just act polite on the surface. He isn't someone to put on a fake smile or pretend. He shows genuine interest and friendliness when he's with family. While he may forget small formalities, his sincerity will be clear. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse instead of handling it calmly. His temper can flare up quickly, and he might react with loud arguments or sharp words, adding to the tension instead of easing it. Otherwise, be prepared for more drama rather than calm solutions.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he may be modern and relaxed with you at home, but in front of his relatives, he could expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife. When family gatherings happen, he might ask you to dress a certain way, follow customs, or be extra respectful to elders, even if these aren't important to him in private. This shift can feel confusing or frustrating, especially if you value being yourself everywhere. If traditions matter a lot to his family, he'd want you to fit in for their sake.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will support you rather than stay out of it or side with his family. He is bold and doesn't avoid conflict, so if you're struggling or feel treated unfairly, he'll stand by you even if it means speaking up against his relatives. His way might be direct and loud, but you won't be left to fight on your own.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy and will choose your side in a conflict with his mother. If there's a disagreement or his mother says something hurtful or unfair, he will step in and defend you even if it causes drama at home. You can count on him to stand up for you, making your feelings and respect a priority.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. When emotions run high, he may vent or talk openly to them about your disagreements, thinking it's normal or helpful. For your relationship, it means you might lose privacy and feel exposed or unsupported.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man is like riding a roller coaster. full of excitement, energy, and bold moments, but also sudden drops and sharp turns. Every day brings fun, laughter, and loud affection, but also quick tempers, messy routines, and unexpected arguments.